Morning all! Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. So, this could go one or two ways. So we are currently in Paris, CDG, and we are in a new version of the sim. So I took advantage of Steam's 25% off offer and bought the sim, bought the premium deluxe version, so we've got a handcrafted version of the airport, which does look rather nice. However, new sim means having to reinstall everything, having to redo all my controls, having to get everything back how it was in the Microsoft Game Pass version that I was running prior. So there could be a few hiccups along the way. So today is kind of a test. So we'll see how it all goes. No promises. Alarmingly, I did have a crash to desktop last night while I was testing the sim in the Dreamliner, but we're not in the Dreamliner now, so hopefully that won't happen. But yeah, we're doing a quick hop from Paris to Bristol, so it's a little bit over an hour in the air. Figured we'd do a cold and dark as well, just to get the practice in on those, and yeah, let's get into the flight deck. So as you can see, everything is off. So this is a cold and dark. Starts this fire up the tablet. One thing I have noticed going to the Steam version is my scroll wheel. I have to do loads and loads of scrolls to make it do anything. That's different to the Microsoft version. I don't know why, but whatever. Okay, so that's in there. Just make sure the parking brake is on. Yes, it is. Let's get up here and have a look. Alright, let's have some ground power. Because we've got a truck outside, so that's cool. Batteries on. Nav lights on. Let's get the APU started. So do APU master. Give it a couple of seconds. APU start. And now we wait. We wait for this to say available. I was surprised in the last stream when I did that poll as to how many of you wanted the cold and dark starts. I assumed people probably wouldn't want that. I think like 70–80% of you did, which really surprised me. I kind of thought a lot of people would find this kind of stuff boring and just kind of want to, you know, get to it, take off, that kind of thing. There we go, available, nice. Okay, let's do our APU bleed. Off external power. Because the batteries won't need to run for long now, the APU is going to take over for us. For those that don't know, the APU is the little tiny jet engine on the tail of the plane, which gives us power for all the other stuff besides movement. Okay, let's get our navigation systems on. 1, 2, and 3. Now these will take a while to come on board. I think because they use loads of sensitive equipment, like almost like gyroscopics, and they need to almost self-calibrate. Let's get our fuel pumps on. Oxygen, where is it? Where is it? I always forget where the oxygen is. Come on, there it is, crew supply on. And there are no white lights left, which is good, because we don't want any white lights. Emergency lights will arm. No smoking. It's crazy to think back on that, isn't it? That you could smoke on a plane. That wasn't that long ago. Not really. Right. We got some stuff. Let's brighten these up a little bit. Big old load of stuff. It's good. Right. Let's get zoomed in on this. Let's get our flight plan. It's good. Weight and balance. We'll do a full flight today of 174 people. If we do it in the total field, it will automatically distribute the weight across, which is cool. It's OFP request. So you don't know what that is. Anyway, start boarding. We've got one person on board so far. Okay. This is our flight plan to Bristol. So we need to put in a SID and a star. So a SID gets us out of Paris and a star gets us into Bristol. So we're going to do runway 26 right. I think. I think it's 26 right. I had planned this, I swear. Going to go 26 right. So long with the 2. And our SID is going to be... Come on, where are you? Is it Opal or is it Ocas? I've forgotten already. Honestly, I've got a brain like a sieve today. B. We'll insert that. Let's check any flight plan. Yeah, there's one. Just press the clear button until you get cleared down the bottom. And then get rid of it. Then it will join it up. Otherwise, the plane will get to here, then it will just go in a straight line and completely ignore everything that follows unless you intervene. Right. Let's set ourselves a star. Now this went a bit weird. We've got ILS 27. We'll do AMRA 1B. But. You'll see. Well, I say you'll see. You can't see anything at the moment because this hasn't come online. But when it does, all will become clear. It does a weird thing, and I don't know why it does this. I'd be curious to know if the real aircraft does this. It brings us in, and then it almost does like a weird little loop. So we need to delete some waypoints to make it successfully come in on the majority of its star, then come around for the runway to bring you in on the ILS waypoints. it's like it gets itself into a right twist. Maybe we need to think about some fuel as well. While we wait for these to come on. So according to SimBrief, we need 4,860. Let me do that over here. Let's say 4,860. 4,860. That's just refueling there for us. Possibly a bit premature to have turned the fuel pumps on if we're now also refueling the aircraft. Should probably have done that in the other way. Can't imagine it's seen as safe to refuel the aircraft with the fuel pumps active. I'd look to do that the other way next time. But one of the first things we should have done is this, really. I would imagine. Mod Des, good morning, or good afternoon. It's the afternoon here now. How you doing? You're saying Dutch, question mark. We are in Paris, flying to Bristol. Nice, have we got any GPS yet? No, we haven't. No, I'm not from Germany. No, I'm from the UK. Oh, he's finally got MSFS working. Well done. Well done, well done. Yeah, I had a similar set of circumstances to yourself yesterday. I bought the Steam edition and had to reinstall the whole thing. So yeah, I feel your pain. Right, we got GPS, finally. So let's go through the flight plan, starting with Paris. So we're going to come out of Paris, head to the north, across the channel, head west over the UK. Right, and here's where it gets a bit sticky. So this is our part of our star. So we're going to turn south to head down to Bristol, because we're going to come in slightly north of Bristol. Head south, and then look what happens. It does that. I mean, we don't want it to do that. We want it to sort of come out and around. So, first things first, we've got a discontinuity. So we'll clear that, and then you'll see what happens. We don't want that to happen. I don't know why it's doing that. So, how I fixed it another time on a different flight, because I kind of remember this. How long today? Once we get going, only about an hour, not long. If we remove BRI, I'll create another one of these, get rid of that. Now, we should have a nice little way in. There we go, look. Up we come, down, in and around. Perfect. You'll join me. Well, happy flying. Okay, how are we doing with the boarding? So let's set our flaps. We'll do flaps 1 for takeoff. And now, because these are orange, and we've given it what flaps we're going to take off with, if we tap this, it gives us the value down here. So we tap again and it inputs it. So 122 knots V1, 123 knots rotate, 127 knots. V2. Transition altitude of 5,000. It's good. Does look good. Paris Airport. It's Charles de Gaulle, so I think it's a bit north of the city. CDG, sometimes known as. I forget what the actual airport code is now. Let's have a look. LFPG. That's what the airport code. If you type that into your search box, you should find it. And then EGGD is Bristol. Right, where was I? AOC, weight balance. Are we all aboard? Come on, hurry up. Only 107 of you have gotten on. I'll go without you. We're not hanging around today. We've got a schedule. I've got to admit, I still am surprised that people wanted these cold and dark setups. Goes to show what I know. Right, let's just check our departure. Let's put the constraints on. Doesn't seem to be any restraints or constraints. It's interesting. Don't know whether that's correct or not. Quite often you would expect to have like altitude restraints at different constraints at different waypoints, speed constraints. So I guess we'll just head on out, nice and steady, and then work our way up to flight level 340. So we'll put that in the window. Jameson, how you doing? Good to see you. Really well, thank you. Really, really well. Got a new version of the sim. I've binned off the Game Pass Standard Edition, and I bought the Premium Deluxe on Steam. So now we have a custom airport. Look at that, for Paris. Very snazzy. Right. Where are the rest of these stragglers? Are they on yet? It looks like I know what I'm doing clicking around on this thing. I'm not. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. I'm just clicking the wrong buttons. Almost there. Come on. Another 40 of you, nearly. Playing Roblox, but still be listening. Alright, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy the ambiance. So for the pushback, I'm going to try and use, where is it? These buttons here to get us to push back. So I guess we're in like a bit of a cul-de-sac here. Where's that one going? Where's that one going? Oh, that's a good point actually. I don't know if I've turned on multiplayer or not. So is that like a real... that could be a real player? Or was that AI? Orlo? What's what, Jameson? Yeah, I have my own plane. I've always had my own plane. I spent far too long making this. I tried to get something up here, but I couldn't do it, so I just left it blue. It kept, like, wrapping around. The problem is, now I've done it in this, I feel compelled to do it for every other aircraft I ever might fly. So I've been flying the A330 a little bit, so now I kind of think like, oh, I've got to make an A330 version. So I did try the other night, but the way the A330 is, you do it in that, it's like it's a completely different approach to how it's done in the A32NX. So, yeah, don't know. Anyway, we're going to try and push back using the tablet because you can kind of direct. I'm going to try and come back here, and then we'll head on out. Surely they're boarded by now. Come on, the last 14. Get on with it. Which airport is Orly? Don't think I've heard of that one. I'm guessing that's an airport code, or is that an actual place? Come on, you final 10. This is where you put the announcement out on the tannoy, isn't it? With the final passengers for actual place. Oh, right. Never heard of it. It's got a huge runway. Okay, fair enough. Just check the local altimeter. 1016. Ooh, sorry, probably making you feel travel sick. 1016. I want you to download. Oh, all the other liveries, yeah. You know what? I kind of don't like using real world liveries. I don't know why. I think it's just something that everyone does. So it's kind of like, why would I also do it? I kind of like the idea of the channel almost being like its own little virtual airline. Flying my own planes. The same name as the channel. Something cool about that to me anyway. How'd you get the tablet? I don't get it. Oh, are you in the stock A320? As in the one that Microsoft give you? Because I'm in a modded version. In the FlyByWire A32NX. So it's a different thing altogether. It started out as a mod, which just generally improved the stock version. But to be honest, at this point, it's almost its own product. Right, we're all boarded, thank goodness. Okay, a few more checks to do, then we'll push back. Right, flight directors on. Speed is dashed, heading is dashed. Altitude we've set in the window. Thrust levers, idle. Transponder. Don't want to do that. Right, I think, dare I say it, unless I've missed something, we're ready to push back. So, this could be tricky. I release the parking brake. Why is it not moving us? Ah, here comes the tug. Oh, I see. Let's wait for the tug to get on us. Plane is going the other way. So we will start heading on out. Not like that, we won't. Have to get that truck out of the way. Right. Oh man, this is tricky. Thank you, Tug. Okay, I feel like I was a little bit better than last time, but not the best. Tug, get out of the way. Thank you so much. Right. Let's fire up these old engines, shall we? Go. Just fire up that one. Go for this side. Set our flaps to 1. Everything's starting to look good. We can now set our selector back to normal. And then up here, turn our APU bleed off. All of our APU master. Do auto brake max in case we have a problem. Ground spoilers. Now we can do some lights, so put strobes on. Oh, there goes a plane. Set our nose lights to taxi. Turn off. I think we're good. Look who's here. Look who's here. How you doing? I think I must still have multiplayer turned on, which could bring its own set of issues today. Yeah, really well, thanks. Finally got the sim fired up on the Steam version. So I spent yesterday doing all of that. Yeah, reminded just how long it takes. Okay, so I'm going to start taxiing down now. Have to wait our turn, I think. Unless we get a very rude captain that decides to crash over us. Yes, yes, I saw that this morning. I saw the video. They put out a little a video, didn't they? And rather sneakily left it until like the last couple of minutes of the video to be like, oh yeah, by the way, it's coming out between these dates. What is going on down here? I feel like this could turn into one of those like Air Force Proud videos if we're not careful. YouTube told me I wasn't streaming. Naughty YouTube. It does that sometimes, doesn't it? I found with YouTube I have to use the subscriptions tab. Oh my goodness, what is this? I find the Homes tab doesn't always give me what I should be getting. What on earth? Come on, you lot, hurry up. Wonder why that is. I mean, the last stream the numbers were quite low relative to others, so I don't know whether it's kind of taken that and been like, we're not going to recommend you as much for the next one. It's possible. What is going on? If everyone could just get out of my way, that would be brilliant. Just saying. What is this Airbus A380 doing now? I'm beginning to realise now why I leave multiplayer off. Oh, you're kidding now, this one of the yellow tails is going to start coming out. Everyone just go away. Don't you know I'm streaming? I think we got in front of us. Live traffic as in randos on multiplayer, or live traffic as in this is what is going on in the real world? Right, you two are not going to push in, are you? AIG, what's that? So these guys aren't going to wait for me, are they? If they're live traffic, they're just going to do whatever they want to do. Hence the traffic jam. Oh, they're crossing the runway. Oh no. You can't come this way. Yeah, bird strikes. You can get failures, can't you? You can't park there, mate. Get out the way. Go on, clear off. I'll try not to disappoint you, Rob. Oh, I should have turned this off. Next stream I'm turning multiplayer off. I kind of feel like now it's on, I'm going to commit to it for this one, but saying that. Right, general. Where is it? Traffic. Real time online off. There we go. I don't know why it says that when you go into settings. Oh, that's better. No one else to annoy me. Yeah, that was starting to become annoying. I think once I looked on the outside of the aircraft and I could see two aircraft just spinning, it's like, okay, this isn't right. So we're going to head all the way down and then around and out on this one. 26 right. So when I was messing around last night in JFK, we did have a crashed desktop shortly after takeoff, so hopefully that won't happen today. Let's just slow ourselves up a little bit. Achievement unlocked. Happy days. The cabin check and takeoff config. You'll have to be more specific. What have I missed? Let's get some windows open that I can drag onto my second monitor so I can... Okay, stop, look up. Do the lights. Right. What lights do I need? Those lights. Take off. Landing lights. On. Strobe. Oh, they're already on. Happy days. Wing lights? I feel like they should probably be on. Also beacon. It's basically everything, right? Alrighty. I think we're good. Are we good? Let's make our way out. Best takeoff config. How do I do that? Where's the button for that? Well, that was a bit lumpy. Almost rolled over then. Yeah, we'll do. What's the appropriate point on a runway like this where I should stop prior to taking off? Guessing not here. I mean, I would probably assume somewhere like here would be appropriate. Right. I feel like I'm going to kick myself when you tell me where this button is, because I have seen it before. And I do remember something about it. But for the life of me, I can't remember. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Under the knobs that say switching. Ah, yes. There it is, isn't it? Yeah, this one here, right? Red WS off. Don't forget chrono. What does that mean? I don't forget chrono. Chrono. Up here. Oh, right, gotcha, gotcha. Thank you. Right. I think it's about time we left. Been streaming for nearly an hour. We haven't even left the ground yet. Okay, let's go. Oh, no alarm so far. That's got to be good. Okay, let's rotate. Gear up. What's that all about? Only I didn't have to check my throttle if it went to climb mode or not. Yeah, I'm lucky with the quadrant. Okay, set that standard. Yep. Yes, just over 5,000 today. Or was 5,000, so just passed 5,000. So on those, landing gears up. Just coming up on 10,000 feet, then we'll sort our lights out. So it is. Wonder if me refreshing it would help. Yeah, that's probably a hangover from me setting up a new sim. It's probably having an issue connecting to it. I'll have to do without today. Sorry. Had to re-download the connection toolkit because it's now on Steam, which is possibly what it is. Okay, let's get those landing lights off. Nose lights off. Think we can throw some taxi off. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that for the next stream. Thought it was working initially, but could be wrong. Right, let's try and figure out what this means. Pred WS off. Set strobe beacon and nav to off. Strobe beacon. So you don't have wing lights on during cruise? Fair enough. Prediction weather system. So how can we turn that on? I wonder. Writing down from the pilot seat, okay. Is it going to be down here? Oh, should probably lock those doors, shouldn't we? It's really weird, isn't it? When you know what you're looking for, you just tap buttons like it's nothing, but when you don't know what you're looking for, you suddenly feel completely vulnerable. See a switch. Inoperative. That it? Yeah, it's gone away. Nice. Thank you for your help once again. Always a comfort to know you're here to help. Right, I'll be back in a minute. Give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Had to pop to the galley to get some coffee. Bouncy wings are awesome. Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? I read somewhere that, I don't know whether it's in the stable version yet or whether it's still in the experimental or development version of the plane, that they are going to factor in the way the wings are flexing. So you see them flexing now. They're going to factor that in to the simulation of how the actuators perform, because apparently when the wings flex, it can make the actuators within the wing have to work harder. I mean, that is some serious level of detail. Serious level of detail. I mean, I love it. I love that kind of stuff. Like, more of that, please. But yeah, great news about the 737-8 today. I think in the video they kind of they said it would be out between, was it the 23rd and the 31st of August? So yeah, that'd be great. That'd be really cool. And I think they said today they're going to put out like at the end of today they're going to put out more of an official kind of pack detailing the release of the plane. Yeah, I can't wait to get stuck in, because right now I am like the biggest novice in the world when it comes to Boeings. I just would not have a clue. Like, all the buttons, like, I'd have to start again, really, in terms of my learning. I mean, I'm nowhere near where I need to be for this plane. But yeah, be starting from zero with the Boeing. But I think that is the fun. That is kind of mostly the entire point. I do wonder sometimes, like, if I kind of reach the point where I know everything, will it be fun anymore? I think it probably still will be, because every landing's different. Every flight is different in some way. So there is always going to be that element of challenge. But yeah, it'd be great to get stuck into a new plane. I just think it's going to be a matter of time. If I get into the Boeing and it kind of like, I get into it properly, I know I'm going to get a yoke. Sitting here now, I'm like, no, I don't need a yoke. Which is fine when I'm in the Airbus, because I kind of like the fact that I've got the Airbus joystick, I've got the Airbus throttles. It's kind of like I'm flying the Airbus, therefore everything is correct. But as soon as I get into the Boeing, I'm going to be like, oh, I should be using a yoke for this. It's not realistic enough. It isn't like the true experience. You fixed it. What did you do? Turn it off and turn it on again, right? That's what I always do. Oh no way, the controller was jammed. Huh. You're flying on a controller. Good effort. I find that really hard. So we're not actually that far out. It's 12:02 UTC and we're going to land at 12:37. Airborne, good job. Good job, good job. So we should probably start thinking about some destination data, actually. This is a view from the cockpit. There we go, we can just see good old Blighty out the window. Right, I need to enter some information. Let's check how we're doing with fuel. Yeah, plenty. Plenty, plenty, plenty. You kick back and relax now, you've done the hard bit. Right. Let's put in our buttons. Let's put in our approach data. Okay, 1016. And it is 21 degrees today. And 220, 7 knots. See, I never know what to put in the barrow field. I just put that. 1016 again. I did read the other day that if you don't know what to put in radio, just put 200. But quite often it will say format error. Oh no, it's doing it today. Oof, I don't know. We'll leave it at that. Let's see where we are, roughly. Okay. So what would that be? Is it Sussex? Or Suffolk? No. I don't know. I did take geography at school. So I don't really have an excuse. Other than I don't really know that part of the UK very well. Yeah, so we've got Eastbourne, so we're basically looking at got Brighton over here. Eastbourne. Hastings would be about here. And then you got Dover. Just about there. So Folkestone. Where's Folkestone? Folkestone's a bit more down a bit, isn't it? So that'd be like where the Channel Tunnel comes out. – 55-minute flight in the real aircraft. Yeah, so we're 19 minutes off the ground. And it says we're going to arrive at 12:37. So if it's 12:06 now, add another 31 minutes. That will make it 50 minutes. Yeah, bang on. Good old EasyJet. I do like EasyJet. They're alright. I've never had a bad experience with EasyJet. Although, thing is with like airlines, it's one of those where you don't really have to have many bad experiences and you've run out of airlines. Imagine if every time you had a bad experience, it's like, I'm never flying with this airline again. It's like, well, you can maybe have like 10 of those and then you're finished. Which is not flying ever again, probably from your local airport. You know, airports, airlines are big complex machines. I don't think there's any way possible they can always make it right for everybody. I think the way I look at it is like you have to accept that things are going to go wrong, but it's how they deal with it when it does go wrong. I never blame the things going wrong. I always try and look to how it was put right, or not. It's like when we got held up in Detroit, 18-hour, 20-hour delay. That could have been terrible. But within 20 minutes we had a hotel voucher in our hand, like $100 worth of meal vouchers in our hands. They were very apologetic, but you know, we got a hotel room for the night, got to have some dinner. Actually turned into quite a nice little occasion. I see the Dover-Calais route there. When are we going to have to descend? I feel like I should probably start planning that now. So at Amral it wants us at 160. Well, so it goes. That seems like quite a lot. It wants us to drop from 15,000 to 3,400 in 5 miles. That doesn't seem right. That does not seem right at all. I think that might be a hangover from us having to remove a waypoint to make the flight plan make sense. Why is my mouse... Oh no. I think my mouse has just died. Oh no! Never fly in my airline. I wouldn't blame you. Come on, mouse. Please come back to life. I think it's just detected my mouse and it is, for whatever reason, decided to drop all the flaps and activate the speed brakes. Right. Yes, you're quite right. That isn't 3,400, is it? That's flight level 340, which is also completely and utterly wrong. So then we got much more time to get down to 2.5. So we'll ignore that. So we will set our sights on Amral. See how far it is. Wow. 142 miles. So if we use our top of descent, we're at 34,000 and we want to go to 16,000 and we want to do it at a vertical speed of ideally 2,000 feet per minute. 54 miles. And we are 139 miles to Amral. It also knocked out my throttle. Speed's been decreasing all this time as well. That is so annoying when it does that. All because I've reconnected my mouse. Completely knackered everything. Yeah, at least we didn't still record it in time. I did think, because when I looked over here, 54 miles seemed low and this speed seemed low. That's annoying, all because of my mouse battery died. Plugging it in over USB did all of that damage. Something to remember. Probably should. Doesn't seem to want to do it though, does it? It's gradually going up, very, very slowly. There we go. It is creeping up. I can't believe just connecting a mouse did that. That's unbelievable. Okay, there's London. London. So where's Heathrow? That'd be Heathrow down there. Yeah. Does, doesn't it? Remember once on a flight back from America, we were routed in across London and we turned over here and then we came back around and we had some brilliant views of like the Millennium Dome, or the O2 Arena as it's now called. It was awesome. No, Gatwick will be further south. So if we look out the side here, we might see it somewhere. Was that the M25 there? There's Gatwick. M25, M3, is it to the Gatwick? Our throttle's back into climb now. We're at a more sensible speed. So now we need to descend at 68 miles. Let's hope we're not 68 miles. No, we're fine. Still got a minute. How much time left for landing? Let me show you. It says we're going to land at 12:38 UTC and it is 12:15, so maybe 25 minutes? Probably a little bit more because we're going to slow down a touch. There it is. Oh yeah, London City is awesome, isn't it? I have done it before in the A320. In fact, if you scroll back through all of my YouTube shorts, there is one of me landing there. I did a cockpit view one. Very, very steep, yeah, very, very steep. One of my best landings, I would say that, at London City. I was so happy with how that one went. Hello Nick, how you doing? How long is the flight? The flight is about 50 minutes in total, and we've done half an hour of it. So give us another 25-ish minutes. We'll be at Bristol, so we've just passed London. As you can see, just passing Heathrow. So we've got about 430 miles to go. Hello from Thailand. Wow, awesome. Welcome. It's so cool seeing people from different parts of the world watching this. All at, yeah, all at the same time. It's awesome. It really is awesome. It warms my heart. New Zealand. Wow. So New Zealand, what does that make it? About midnight? Are you an hour behind or 2 hours behind us? If you had 12 hours, so it's either 11 or... Paraguay, awesome. Yeah, I have a friend in New Zealand, and it's I never quite know what time it is, because it kind of the time difference, I think, over the different times of the year, because we have our own time zone saved, like daylight saving stuff, and in New Zealand, you've obviously got your own, and they kind of overlap at different points of the year. So it's either 11, 12 or 13 hours difference. Well, loads of you in the chat. How are you all doing? Baislow, welcome in. Good to see you. Alina, thanks for joining us. Flight 18. I've done Auckland to Wellington. Patient went to 500 knots. Flight sim will teach you patience, if nothing else. Can I see the lever position? You mean the throttles? A little bit difficult to see with all the sunlight, but it's in the climb gate at the moment, which is to say it can have enough power to do a climb. So really it's up to the aircraft where it kind of sets its throttle limit within this kind of range, but it can use up to here. Whereas in a Boeing, you kind of see the throttles move in real time. They've got little motors that give you an indication. Flying to Australia this weekend at A350. Oh, nice. That'd be a lovely new aircraft. Yeah, never been on an A350. Only done A320 and A330. Right. 68 miles to descend. We're now at 71, so I'm going to put 16 in the window. Do 2,000 feet per minute. And away we go. That's a descent underway. So we're heading down to 160 and 150. And then 2,500. That makes no sense. What we're looking at. This bit here? Or are you talking about something else? Oh. Sorry. Ignore me. He's reached England. Well done. Good job. So we're really not going to be long now. Maybe like 15 minutes, 20 tops. We'll be on the ground, I think. 28,000 feet going down to 16,000. So about a 6-minute descent, and we'll be there. Whoa, look at that, 12 likes on the stream. That's awesome. Thank you all. I haven't even done that YouTuber thing today and begged for likes. On which subject, please like the stream. Like and subscribe. That's what they say, isn't it? Hey. Where are we? 26 miles to go till we need to be at 16,000. So, let's have a look out the window. Just get the map up just to show you where we are. I would normally have a map up at this point, but it's a bit broken today. I apologise. So Bristol Airport is sort of down here, and we're going to head on round, sort of come in that sort of a shape. How'd you open the map? Go up to the top and just click on the VFR map. It's not the greatest map, but it's all we've got today, unfortunately. It's all we got. Wow, there's 50 of you watching. That's nuts. That's crazy. You're going to make me nervous for the landing. Hello, me click. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It's funny, I see a lot of people with like Minecraft or Roblox after their names. Must be like a YouTube thing, right? We are following a star, although weirdly the flight plan that the aircraft generated for us went a little bit weird, so it kind of brought us in to here, and it made us do like this weird, almost like figure of 8 thing over the runway. So I deleted one waypoint, and then that fixed it. So where are we now? Yeah, we're up here. We're going to start heading south, and then come out to the east, and then loop back in on runway 27. We want a butter landing. Oof. You know, that's a big ask. But I will try and give the people what they want. Flying Warsaw to Frankfurt with a Boeing 777. Still didn't crash, insane. Okay, let's get down to 15,000. Start concentrating now. It's going to start getting busy. We also need to get our speed down to 250. Need to be at 2,500 by CF27. We do CF27. Chuck that in there. We won't do that. Got 5, 15, 27. So we've got 50 miles till we need to be at 2,500. Okay, let's get 2,500 set. Nice, so we've got 8 miles till we need to be at 250 knots, which we've already achieved. Everything, I think, is under control. Okay, let's get some speed brakes on the go, because we're going to struggle to maintain our speed as well as descending. It's not bad, is it? It's pretty good. It's an A320. Slightly concerned I haven't descended in time. Not gonna lie. Let's just up that a little bit. Let's get some lights on. Landing lights. What is our local altimeter? 1016. There's Bristol. Oh no, that's Filton, isn't it? That's Filton Airport, which I believe is where Concorde did a lot of test flights out of. I think there is a Concorde there, or there used to be. I think we're too high. I really do. I think I've messed this up. to have to increase our descent rate because we are not going to make it in time else. This may be a go-around situation. I think I've left it too late on the final descent. That's very, very silly of me. Gonna have to. We will go up a little bit. Way too fast, yeah, go around. That was my fault, I was too busy faffing around and not getting us where we needed to be. Always go around, quite right. Okay, let's stay at 3,000 feet. I think that's sensible. Ah, oh, silly Billy. Why did I do that? Yeah, good call. Yeah, that's definitely the right thing to do. Definitely the right thing to do, just kicking myself. Why did I do that? Why didn't I just do it sooner? And this is why I'm not a real pilot. Thank heavens. Okay, we'll do a left turn. 090. Is this real? No, it's not real. Thank goodness this is Flight Simulator. And I've just made a complete mess of the approach, so we're going around. What is in my flight plan now? Program in another star. Guess we could. But is it going to take us all the way out and around all over again? It might do, mightn't it? Does it put anything in for us? The graphics are incredible, aren't they? Absolutely incredible graphics. No comment. There's our airport. I will just look at that star again. Doesn't seem to want to do it. Ryanair have got a reputation amongst you lot, haven't they? What airline is this? Me. Okay. At what point do we bring ourselves back round, I wonder? Might just come out a little bit more. We're expecting the butter-like landing. I can't make any promises.
2,500.
Alright, let's spin ourselves around and have a look, shall we?
$2,500.
Yes, thank you. I hear you. Not sure why that's beeping at me. Gosh. Why does it keep doing that? Let's get ourselves into... Why is it beeping at me? Oh my goodness. We're gonna have to go around again. This is going so badly. I apologise to you all.
2,500. 2,500.
Right, I'm going to go a little bit further out. Give it another go. Why does it keep beeping at me? Throttle's off, that could be why. Right. Oh my goodness. Does anyone know why the buzzer keeps going off? I appreciate everything's going wrong, but is there an actual reason behind it?
$2,500.
I apologise for all the mistakes coming in here. This should have been a lovely, easy approach.
$2,500.
Yeah, you're right. Hopefully it should grab onto it now. And crucially now, we're far enough out. I should have kept an eye on this first time around. We're far enough out now that we're going to intercept the glide slope from beneath when we do our turn. So I think we can turn. Yeah, you're right, Weston, we can turn. Oh, you're all glad you're here to witness this. Or maybe I can redeem myself on the landing. You know, some would say this stream is worth what you pay for it. There we go. Now then, let's fly it manually. Gear down. Yeah, anyone fancy another go around? Come on, let's have one more. Three's the charm, so they say.
2,500.
Couldn't put it better myself. Oh, come on, one more go around. That'd be a spoil sport. I think we need a minimum of at least 5 go-arounds for this landing. Minimum. Oh, right. Gear is down. Right, that's it, we're going around. I'm joking, we're not really. Let's land this plane. If for no other reason that I've got other things I need to do today. Can't be going around on Bristol for like the 5th time. If only I'd just planned that descent a bit better, I could have avoided all of this. Alright, I'm going to ignore chat now, just because I need to pay attention. You will behave yourselves. Otherwise I'll set the flight crew on you.
1,000. 1,000.
1,000. Get to the left a little bit, not by much. Yeah, you don't mess it up.
500.
Don't mess it up, not after all this.
400. 100 above. Minimum.
Go in. Oh, that was a bit too much down pressure.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Oh, we made it. We made it. Oh. Nothing like making a fool of yourself in front of a load of people online, is there? We made it. That's the main thing. And lesson learned there. Keep an eye on your descent profile on the way down. I honestly don't know how many feet per minute that was, to be perfectly honest with you, because my sim toolkit is busted. I do have a replay mod, and there will be replay videos up on the channel in the not too distant future, so I will use this opportunity to be a complete shill and be like, subscribe to my channel to see all the other stuff. So yeah, do that. Still want your money back. You know, that is a reasonable comment. However, it is denied. You know, it just goes to show, doesn't it, how one mistake at the wrong time can cause so much trouble. Had I just kept that descent going and not let it level for too much at 15,000, we'd have come in lovely, it would have been a completely standard landing. I would have looked brilliant in front of you all. You'd be like, wow, that guy's so good at flight sim. And yet here we are. Van, what are you doing? Get out of the way. Thank you for the subscriptions. Oh, for goodness sake, Van, seriously. Right. Type 1 in chat if you want me to run over the van. There we go. It's done. Sorry, van. Sorry, van. Really sorry about that, but, you know. Am I going to fly back to CDG? Not today. Not today. I wish I could, but I need to be a responsible adult for the remainder of the day. Which is massively overrated, but, you know. Oh, we made it. We made it. Learned a valuable lesson today. Always, always, always keep an eye on that descent profile. I just took my eye off the ball there for like a minute, 30 seconds a minute, which just completely derailed the rest of the flight. I'm not entirely sure what I was doing. Probably nothing too much. So I've really got no excuse. But hey, at least we got a couple of go-arounds. So there is that, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, before I embarrass myself any further. So I'll say thank you to you all for being here. Thank you all for sticking with me during the go-arounds. That was, yeah, that was rough, but we got there. See you on the next one, hopefully. And yeah, get subbed. Keep an eye out for the videos, because I upload like shorts and things like that of like the landings and the takeoffs of the various streams we do. So there we go. Thank you all very much indeed. And I will see you on the next stream, possibly tomorrow. Can't promise though, but possibly tomorrow. Get subbed, hit the bell, then you should hopefully get notified. And with that, you all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.